When you think about why collaboration is so important to the future of the entire global economy, you can break it down into several pieces. The first is it has huge implications in terms of productivity and therefore standard of living, both in the developed and the developing part of the world. It will affect every industry, not just how we work. It will change the nature of work itself, but it will also affect how we live and play and entertain ourselves. So it is the next frontier in terms of productivity and technology. Anytime you try to ask an organization, be it public or private, to change, the most important component is actually the people. The exciting part is Time Magazine said the person of the year last year was you. While I'm a technologist and love the technology, it's really the people that is the most important part of the collaboration strategy. But like many things that have been tried before, teamwork is important and collaboration is important, but it's only once you get a set of technologies that allow you to do this much easier, much more simple, much more open, off a kind of standard architecture, are you going to be successful. So if you really think about it, it's the ability to use innovation, to realize that many of the things that we couldn't have done before, either in size and scope of project or the number of projects that a company can take on, can now be changed dramatically. And it isn't just about doing what you're already doing. It's literally changing your service model, changing your sales model, changing the way you do each of your functional groups from manufacturing to legal. So it will literally change everything as you make this leap into the next phase of the internet and the next phase of productivity. There are really two key questions that I get asked a lot. First is, how is collaboration changing management around the world? And secondly is, why now? It is changing every aspect of leadership. Collaboration, instead of being one-on-one and a command and control, which clearly I'm comfortable with, is now about many-to-many. It has huge benefits in terms of the amount of projects you can take on, the productivity that you can have, and the speed of implementation as you work toward common goals. The second is, as it regards to command and control, it's something that I'm very comfortable with, and most of the leaders around the world in public and private enterprise are as well. When I say turn right, we have 61,715 people turn right with great efficiency. That I'm comfortable with. And yet collaboration is, how does not one person or the top 11 people in the company lead the company, but how do the top 3,000? And how do you really, because you do that well, suddenly enable a level of productivity and the number of opportunities you can take on, changing sales models, support models, how you do your legal work, how you do manufacturing. Every function in the organization is going to change dramatically. The second question is, why now? Because the concept of collaboration has been around for a very long time, as has Web 2.0. Much like the internet had been around for 30 years before Cisco and other companies began to really use it in the first phase of the internet for entering orders online and employee self-service and customer self-service. But why now? I think it starts with the most basic element. Just like we're communicating today, it's video, data, voice with mobility. And second, it is the ability to get to any content from any device, what we call virtualization, whether it's in your data center or all the way to your home. Third is, it's got to be simple. It's got to be easy to use. Fourth, it's got to be open. And I think the days of proprietary architectures are over in this. It's often IP based, if you will. And finally, it's got to be secure. So I think you combine with a change for leadership, and it's often around people. We're usually the problems. It isn't technology. With an ease of use and a convergence in technology that we'll call Web 2.0 that is causing it to occur at the present time. So one of the most basic questions is, what is Cisco's role here and why now? The role of the network is moving from just being plumbing, and make no mistake about it, I'm proud to be a plumber, and it's a very lucrative and very honorable profession, but the network is becoming intelligent. And that's a nice way of saying that you'll enter the network from any device off of an open standard approach, and you'll be able to get access to any content regardless of where it's stored in the world, as long as you have authorization to get there. So the network literally becomes the platform, not just for communications, but for all forms of IT. And as you do this with an open, secure, easy to use capability, communicating in ways that we're all more comfortable, which is clearly, I can talk 200 words a minute, and with a video blog like this, you realize that is so much more effective than how I used to do it through email, etc. And you combine that with the future about how we work together. Our kids got it right in social networking 2.0. They literally are being an example for how business will change.